Hey guys, this is the Anime Scream, and this is a warning advise. This is a warning advise because when I get into this have dark, this have the darkest. Seth MacFarlane's anime show, Family Guy, have the darkest and most mind-boggling, darkest and most disturbing episodes. Talk about violence, abuse, terrorism, abuse. This warning, and I got this on Screen Rant, and I will talk about this myself. And one episode that I haven't seen because it's banned in America, and I will describe why it's banned in America. Let's begin with the top 15 darkest episodes of The Simpsons. Let's begin. Number 15, Seashore Seashell Party. Honestly, this combined the American Dad Cleveland show and oh my god, which I'm not going to cover American Dad or the Cleveland show top 10 list because Family Guy is more common with me than American Dad and Cleveland show. So it's just going to be Family Guy, and in this we got the surreal hallucinations of Brian hallucinate and Stewie help him through it, but the disturbed that the funniest evoked upset paranoia experience of recreation drugs. Honestly, this actually, honestly, these made so they, after these mushrooms, it made us not want to go through what Brian go through. Honestly, these hallucinations are so surreal. It make us mind boggle why it was a Family Guy episodes and so dark and disturbing. Number 14, no meat, no wheels on no meals on wheels from season 5 episode 14. Family Peter received a financial windfall. You know how? He found a penny after he refused to remove his he he, he got beady pajamas and shocks the whole family. So Lois asked Quagmire to remove the rugs. So Peter want to make more money to he opened a restaurant called Big Pete's House of Munch, which is not going so well because, well, but he actually it's a hungry. He become a establishment for people that are handicapped, and Peter just make he just close Peter just it made Joe bump the jokes and just made Joe. That's what happened. He just made Joe and his friends not prevent Joe and his friends not eat out here now. They fight and Peter become handicapped for a few days. So prop a fight between friends and also the restaurant got destroyed. So honestly, this is actually a very dark episode. You gotta be kidding me. 13. Stewie is a said day from episode 13, episode 12. You gotta be kidding me. This is from Screenland, and I'm flipping off this darkest episode. I am sorry you see me flip. I'm not flipping you guys off. I'm flipping off Screenland. Uh, Stewie want worry about him be a part of his life, so he secretly add dog DNA and impregnate himself with a litter of human dog hybrids and become the worst. Honestly, he can't afford so ill-bred parents. Yeah, one can't hear, one can't see. They just Dremesic and certain Cronenberg Dremesic unpresent. Where? Why? This is just no. You did not just made us watch Stewie give birth through his eye holes, his mouth, his ears. You did. We did see that, but we hear it through the car. Oh my god. Oh my god. We can imagine it. Number 13, traded places from season 9, episode 13. Meg and Chris ruined Peter's motorcycle. He won. So they actually trade places with Peter and Lois. So Chris works at the brewery and Meg become the homemaker. And they're better than the actual parents. So they trade back. So honestly, guess what? Peter got fired. Chris works full time. Chris got hired permanently, and also he become and the stress of the honestly, he started drinking heavily, and he kind of become the abusing his family, and this actually result in a heart attack. And honestly, this actually becomes so dark. Honestly, this actually become very dark. These are dark episodes. So these are Death is a Bitch from season 2, episode 16. Honestly, Peter marks his disease in order to evade a pricey hospital bill. Honestly, Dev Death actually pay himself a visit, twist his ankle, and also he had to do. Honestly, that the late comedian Norm Macdonald played Death, and Peter had to decide to during a potentially fatal plane crash. But honestly, he did go for it, and honestly, he did appear in a couple more episodes and a couple more episodes until he tragically passed. But he is actually a good character of Family Guy. Partial Tears of Endearment, Season 18, Episode 21. This is actually just a home media release on Fox, and the United States will never allow to air it or Adult Swim because, well, Lois became a surrogate mother, got pregnant, and she wanted to abort it, but Peter actually did, and they did do it, and th- this is actually why this actually is a episode that was banned, but it actually fa- some episodes are dark and do get banned, but but this but her friends actually were going to raise it but decide to raise it by herself or get abortion. But this premise is actually just too dark. Airport '07 season 5 episode 12. Honestly, this is actually a classic parody of airplane jacking, and honestly, Quagmire got which he got fired exactly according to a plan through Quagmire is able to save the day at the last second. Honestly, a cameo from the late Playboy founder Hugh Hefner. So, parallel to the 9/11 attacks, and notable for its outplaced prom dumpster night, prom night dumpster baby. This is it. This is actually famous to fans because ah, honestly, I got no mom and dad because she at the prom. Because she's a prom night dumpster baby. But before I get on with the next one, let me tell you about my phone just died. I actually well, it not take long for it to load, but for Family Guy do get dark, but But if you want more content like mine, please give me a like, subscribe for more, and I know some of you been watching my videos. I can check on my YouTube studio. Some of you haven't been. Some of you haven't been subscribing. Please do, because once you do, I get to finally. Now, I'm actually. Okay. Halloween on Spooner Street. Honestly, this Meg and Chris go to a party with hopes of hooking up with In. But honestly, they hook up with each other. I with the only but honestly, but Joe and Quagmire develop a habit of pranking Quagmire with sick antics that take a fatal ride with a Japanese World War II airplane. The episode to actually get them to stop pranking each other. This is actually very good. Brian and Stewie from the 8th season, episode 17. This is actually my best episode, but lack of cutaways and the location never changes. But honestly, that trap a big ball over the weekend, and this actually the darkest point that Stewie fired a gun said the deposit vault box, and Brian revealed the darkest reason keep it unfortunately more morbid. Honestly, the reason why Brian keep a gun and alcohol in his is more dark. Go watch the episode. I can't say on here. It's more dark. Call the hotline. The unalive hotline. If you feel that way. Turban Cowboy, episode 11:15. Why this is dark? Because it turned out a racial extremist, and the darkest. It got darker because the Cowboy Gang Family Guy. Really? During the Boston Marathon bombing, you had Peter drove through the Boston Marathon with his car. You made this episode go off Hulu, all streaming services. And when we come back in 2022. Honestly, this episode is so dark. It crosses the line. Send Stewie and Please from the 16th season, episode 12. Ian McKellen guest stars. This is my most hated episode. I will do the top 10 hated episodes of Family Guy. My most hated episodes. Well, to tell the truth, Stewie got sent into the child therapist, and lack of any commercials. Honestly, this is actually the beginning of. But honestly, he he want the 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 therapist to die with Stewie's secrets. So that what happened. He let the therapist die. Shot in the dark from the 14th season, episode 99. In the inspiration from the tragic shooting of Travis Morton, which took place 3 years prior to the episode, Peter set up a neighborhood watch that organized. He shot Cleveland Jr. when he thought that he was breaking into his own house. It's a court case in which Carter's lawyers do everything in his power to discredit Cleveland Jr. You're using, but honestly, the justice system handled the case. Unfortunately, Family Guy isn't a social satire. The episode can honestly reckless jabs on criticism. Road to Germany from the seventh season, episode 3. Honestly, Brian Stewie time traveled to 1939 Poland in pursuit of Mort, who accidentally stumbled into Stewie's time machine. Honestly, you got some gags, and honestly, it, everything mattered to relate to World War II. Absolute will absolutely want to steer clear. Honestly, really, this is real dark. Silent screams from season 10, episode 3, and we honestly, Quagmire's sister is physically and psychologically abused by her fiance, who it's Kate Olsen's Illuminati. It's always sunny Illuminati. Kate Olsen is always with a guest spot in no redeeming the quality. And this is another bad episode. But honestly, this all send the wrong message. Another bad episode, Life of Brian, episode 12, season 6. This controversial episode that this big death, and honestly, Brian get hit in the by a car and got to the face to Family Guy fans. Brian got the he got axed, but he actually got well received. Honestly, these are the darkest episodes, and honestly, would everybody agree? Uh, with me, if anybody I hate Life of Brian. I had the Life of Brian trilogy so much I will do a TV review on it. The Life of Brian is nothing more than a tragedy. If anybody call it a good episode, I say, hey, you call it a good episode? Why you call it good? Are you deaf? Brian dies. Brian a worst character. Are you calling him good? He's nothing more than a good character. Have you heard Herpes the Love Sore? Have you heard of Brian the Bad Father? Huh? 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 Have a good day, guys. Bye.